for hibernating my little turtles over winter, and collect sphagnum moss like this off my pond. I then prepare a base at the bottom of the plastic box with this sphagnum moss in it. It's quite wet, there's a layer of water there, but it's nice and moist. And then I put a layer of leaves in, just so that the little creature can dig in if he wants. And finally I put the little filler in to dig in as he feels fit. Okay, that then goes into the fridge, which I've been running at 5 degrees, and he'll be in there now from middle of November to probably to middle of February. I've put the plastic box in my Exoterra cooler. It's a hatcher as well. I've got it running at 8 degrees centigrade, as you can see. It's on a top shelf. I have other types of boxes. I have boxes like that, and they are basically a plastic box from IKEA, bit of glass cut to fit, a couple of aluminium slots to hold the glass in place, and it gives just an air gap between the glass and the top, and that's good too. But anyway, I've got the turtle in there. I've got a little blue button sensor. It's a khaki one actually. It'll give me the temperature, and I've also got a calibrated thermometer which will tell me the temperature once I've shut it. I've been running this now for some 2 months, just to make sure it's stable, and in an hour's time I'll check that that temperature is reading the same as that, and if it's not, I want to make sure it's within a couple of degrees of reality. I really want to hibernate them below 10 degrees and above 4 degrees. Well, I've come back an hour later, and I'm reading 5 degrees on the cooler, and I'm reading 5.4 on the calibrated thermostat. I know that's an accurate one, and so I'm satisfied that what I'm reading on the front of the cooler is actually true. And as it's been running for a couple of months now, I know it's going to be stable. And I'm going to be happy with that. The only thing now that I have to do is every couple of weeks, every month, check that I haven't lost any moisture, because even with the cold, containers like that do dry out, they do dehydrate, so make sure you don't lose any moisture. Really important, especially for other reptiles like lizards and snakes when you're hibernating, that don't let them dehydrate. Here's another method of hibernating my turtles, and this is an under the bed plastic box, probably from IKEA, and you can see I've got about 2 inches of water in there, and it's full of plants. I've got a little slope from there onto a bit of land under which the turtles can come and hide if they want. And sometimes they do, but the important thing is there's plenty of good clean water, plenty of plants, and gives them some security, and an opportunity to come on the land if they want. This is in the greenhouse, and I covered it for a winter like that. I know there's sometimes frost gets in, but there's enough there to stop there being any problems with frost, and I will cover that on frosty nights. I will cover that hole up. Otherwise they'll be here now till maybe early February. We'll see what the other turtles are doing and take a cue from them. And that's it. Safe in here, safe from mice and rats. Don't worry about any vermin or anything coming up and digging them up. So the temperature there is 6 degrees, yeah? So now the first thing we'll take out is we'll have a look at the spotted turtle, which has been in here since I put it in sometime in November. You recall that they're peat underneath and then leaves on top. It's wet underneath, but there it is. And it's chosen to be out of the water. And I find that happen quite often. As you can see, it's quite perky, it's quite well. And he's ready to go back into hibernation. The next ones are my wall lizards, which we'll put in here, I don't know, November, December. And these I try to replicate what they did in the wild, as to hibernate under a stone. So again, it's leaves. They're not dry, they're just moist. The three of them are all doing just dandy. Notice they've made a hole for themselves, but covered the entrance. They're all looking good, and I'll get them back to sleep. They can come out there if they want when they're ready.